Hey, this is Ahsan Shahzad. I'm working as an account manager at Code District, and since outsourcing is the talk of the town, I just figured let's just dwell into some of the misconceptions that also come with it. So, first and foremost, people think that outsourcing means a loss of quality. So I think that has gone down the drain ever since COVID hit, because people are now accustomed to working from home. People are going in and out of the office, so people have now learned to communicate with each other from the comfort of their homes. And so as long as the client is involved in day-to-day communications, I think there shouldn't be any problem when it comes to the quality of the work that the vendor is providing to the client. So the second point, outsourcing only means cost saving. So cost saving can be a factor that people decide to outsource, but I think that's not the only factor that kind of makes them to make this decision. So apart from cost saving, I believe there's when you decide to outsource, there's a wider set of the candidate pool that you get your hands into, and I think that is really beneficial for the client, because when you have more talent, you get to choose more people who can be more of a fit rather than just being confined to a limited space. So outsourcing definitely does not mean that you're only cost saving. Communication and language barriers are hard to get by, so I think that has become diminished as well, because we're living in the 21st century, right? So countries are now focusing more in education, and English being the international language, I think everyone has some level of fluency of that language. So I think apart from the misconception of these barriers, I think now if you decide to outsource, you can also break out of your bubble, and you can get a chance to communicate with different cultures, and you get that exposure as well. And over the course of time, you get the chance to kind of equip yourself with managing more teams of different diversities and different geographical locations. So I think that's a plus point for the client as well. Outsourcing is only for large companies. I think that's the other way around. Outsourcing can be for both large companies as well as smaller companies, but I think smaller companies reap more of a benefit from it, because when you're hiring onshore, you obviously get a higher rate as opposed to when you're outsourcing. So smaller companies, they're more receptive of their overall budgets as well as compared to larger companies. So definitely a misconception. So in short, I think people should definitely give outsourcing a try, because if you look at the pros and cons, the pros definitely outweigh the cons. So if you're ever thinking of kind of outsourcing, then feel free to reach out, Ahsan at Code District, and we'll be happy to help.